Hi. So it's time for another video for tarot. So when I was shuffling the cards, this particular card came out, and I thought we could talk about this card. We could talk about what it means and how it shows up in a reading, or what does it ideally say. So this is called the Ace of Coins or Ace of Pentacles. Um, yeah. So this obviously, because coins and pentacles talk about wealth and money, the aces, the pentacles, usually the element that is associated with this is the element of earth. So every deck has a different kind of a representation, a picture for the ace. So now aces are generally really positive cards. So is this. This talks a lot about abundance and of when I look at the Ace of Pentacles, I really love how in the Fountain Tarot it's represented, because if you see, everything is really green, it's lush, it's abundant. And then you have the coin here, which is really big. And usually when we get this card, what how I like to read this card, when I look at this card, the way I like to read it is like, if you see very closely, you'll see like two hands of sorts kind of trying to hold the cup, sorry, the coin. You can see it, it looks like a pillar too, for like, it looks, for me it looks like two hands trying to like protect this particular coin. And like very faintly you can see like this cloud kind of forming here, and then you can see everything is pretty lush and green here. Even the pathway is green. It's like it's in a forest. So I the what really speaks to me here in this card is the greenery of it all. Ace of Coins, as is definitely about new beginnings. Maybe because we're talking about coins, it speaks a lot about material gains. It talks about financial gains. It talks about success in career or businesses, or just basically a lot of material gain, a lot of financial gain. But I like to look at this as also some kind of, again, some kind of um, some kind of success which is not very evidently there, but is still somewhere around. Like, I recently came across this term called psychic income, and that income, I recently came across the whole concept and idea of how financial or material well-being or material success, financial success, money, in whatever capacity, whatever form, is definitely energy that needs to be nurtured. And the way we look at that energy is how that will reflect back to us. So every time that I get this card, it helps when I have another card with it to understand which area this card really talks about. But all by itself, when I look at this card, like, if you see, this is from the Fountain Tarot. It's a beautiful deck. It's very contemporary, it's very muted, very nice. And this is the Ace of Pentacles from Neo Tarot. So if you see, there is a lot of yellow. There is definitely pink. Pink is what is there, but yellow is what really catches my eye when I look at this card. And yellow is a very optimistic color, right? It's a color of brightness and newness. It's a color of the sun, so it's a lot of positivity. But I see this as a very, it's like giving back to the earth kind of a card. I feel like, success can sometimes be a little up and down. And if we don't really pay attention to the intent that we put in for our success, we can kind of get swayed by our own success. And I think this card reminds us to kind of come into our center, to give back to earth, to give back to that ground in whatever capacity that you feel. I feel like this also tells me to bring in a little bit of nature, to spend time in nature. And I think the more that we do that, the more we bring in a little bit of nature. Even if, let's say, you can't go out for whatever reasons, you can still bring in a little bit of nature. You can, you can garden, or even if you can listen to the sound of water, or you have apps, right? So you can listen to the sound of the fire crackling. I feel like the more that you invite that in, the more chances for your prosperity to grow is 10 times faster. This for me is like earthly abundance. It's like you get that kind of abundance not by yourself, but you get it when you actually give back to nature in whatever capacity that you can. And the more you give back, the more you receive. So I feel like even if you look at this, the hand, it's just balancing the coin, but there is so much nature around it. And I feel like nature, like every time that this card comes, it is about beginnings, and it's about abundance and growth. But it's not just growth that comes just like that. It's growth that's really blessed. It's growth that is really optimistic. And this is how I look at the Ace of Cups. Like, I feel like it's just that one coin that can change your life. Like, that coin could mean anything. That coin could represent anything. It does not necessarily have anything to do specifically with money, but this coin could really mean anything. And whenever I get this card for a reading, whether it's in a relationship reading or whether it's for career, like I said, it helps when I have a supporting card. But the card all by itself, when I get this card, I don't see reversals, so I change it. But every time that I get this card, the only thing that I can think of, the only thing that comes to my mind is the lush greenery here. And it makes me feel like whatever this card is trying to tell, it is talking about abundance, and it is talking about thinking big, because it talks about infinite possibilities and opportunities. Because I mean, when we look at nature, there is no telling as to how a particular plant is going to grow. You have to wait, you have to nurture it, you have to take care of it. But when it does grow, that feeling is beautiful. That feeling is unparalleled to any other feeling. And I think that is what I would say when it comes to this card. That's what I mean by earthly abundance, is that it the more you welcome nature in whatever capacity, the more you succeed, and the more you understand nature and how your material or financial life and your and nature, how they work in a balance, is how I look at this card. I don't know if you resonate with what I'm saying. You may have a completely different outlook on this, but this is how I look at the Ace of Pentacles every time that I get in a reading. Even if I get it like as a single card pull, I feel like the card is trying to tell me that I need to welcome nature in, and it will help give me a direction no matter what, no matter where I am, no matter what situation I am in. And I think nature gives you a lot of hope. It's optimistic. So that's how I look at this card. maybe you have a different way of looking at this card. The conventional meaning is definitely very different from what I am thinking. The conventional meaning is definitely about new beginnings and success and new ideas and stuff. So, but this is how, if I go a little deep into understanding this particular card, this is what I feel, this is how I look at this card. So this is what I wanted to share, that sometimes we just don't we forget that, it's not just about success in the direct way. Sometimes it's about giving back. Sometimes it's just about welcoming different things in. Sometimes it's not as direct. Sometimes it's not as perfect, but overall it exists. So that's what I feel like this message, this card like tells me. um, if you feel like this is something you'd like to learn for yourself, I would like to drop in like a very like I would like to drop in a shameless plug and tell you that I am teaching tarot. And if you feel like you want to learn this for yourself, for your personal growth, if you feel like this is something that you're drawn to, maybe it'll help you in your journey. If you feel like this is something that you'd like to use in order to even help others, I would really love to teach you. If you'd like to know more about how we can proceed, how does it work, please send me a DM. And I think the takeaway from this particular video, at least from how I look at it, the message that I would like to give you is, I think the word earthly abundance, like, it's not just abundance that's just there. There's a lot of other stuff that is involved in this. So you need to like be very you need to welcome nature, and you need to welcome abundance in the most beautiful way possible. So that's the message. I hope it helps. I'm not sure if it does. If it helps, if it gives you some insight, please let me know. Please DM me. And yeah, that's it for this card pull today. I will do another one really, really soon. Thank you so much for watching it, watching this till the end. And I will see you soon. Bye bye.